Good morning, guys. I'm sitting in the gym parking lot, and I am not going to lie, I'm feeling pretty rough. So I don't talk about it a whole lot, but my job, I'm a grocery manager, very physical job, like 15 to 20,000 steps, lifting, turning, stocking, all that good stuff. And I closed last night, and I noticed any time that I work a long shift, so I had 25,000 steps yesterday because I cut the grass yesterday too. But I'll have a long shift and I'll get up and I'll come to the gym. Sometimes the workout's okay, but I just don't want to miss the workout. So that's just the stubbornness in me. Uh, I'm 40 years old. I worked a long retail shift last night, and we got a pool day ahead of us. And my wrist is hurting a little bit. My legs are hurting. My shoulders hurting a little bit. So we're going to go in there. I'm going to do a warm up, and we're just going to do the best we can. Not, I know that doesn't sound like a super motivational workout, but let's just go in there and see what happens. All right, guys, let's go. It is pull day. So we start off with the lat pull down. I very rarely mix this up. It's just my favorite way to start pull day. We started with a couple sets of lighter weight to get my back nice and warm and ready to go. So I ended up doing, I believe it was 3 sets of 10 to 12 here. Um, you just want to focus on a nice stretch, nice squeeze at the bottom, and you should be able to pull it with your back. And if your back is burning, then you're doing it right. It can take some time to get used to it though. Then we moved on to cable rows. I'll usually do cable rows or dumbbell rows. Lately it's been cable rows. That's what's been feeling pretty good to me. Again, with any back exercise, you want to have a nice stretch and a nice squeeze. And you just want to, the more you do it, the more you're going to be able to feel it in your back, be able to pull it with your back. So that's just something that you get over time. After that, we moved on to biceps. Cable curls. So cable rows, I did 3 sets of 10 to 12. And then here with the cable curls, I did 3 sets of, I believe it was 12 on every set for this one. I probably could have gone a little bit heavier, because if you're doing 3 sets and you're able to do the same amount of reps on every set, then you're either just not pushing yourself hard enough, or you just need to go a little bit heavier. After that, we moved on to some alternating dumbbell curls. Sometimes I'll do seated dumbbell curls, preacher curls, but today I was feeling the alternating dumbbell curls. It's another one of my favorite exercises, just standing in the front of the mirror and just curling the weight, staring yourself down. It's especially when you get lean, you start getting more vascular. It's just hard to beat that exercise. So I ended up doing 3 sets of 12 per arm. So it's really 24 reps if you count from one. But that was it for my pull day, and felt like it was a pretty good one. And I'm happy with how it went. Not too bad for an old man. And there you have it, guys. A full week of workouts since I turned 40. So I've gone to the gym every day since I turned 40 on May 27th. And I'm feeling pretty good about it. Some takeaways are this stuff I honestly already talk about. Some workouts are better than others. Like today, I was feeling super sluggish, but I think today's workout was better than my workout yesterday when I was a little bit more rested, but I did have some alcohol in my system, which is a habit that I'm doing pretty good to break. So that was a minor slip up over the weekend, celebrating my birthday, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, so we're moving on from that. But today's workout was pretty good, and, I'm happy about that. And I got a few questions that I'm going to answer. Today's topic is working out at 40 while working 2 jobs. So the first question is, at 40, while working 2 jobs and averaging 15,000 to 20,000 steps a day, what's been the biggest challenge? Recovery, motivation, time management, or nutrition? I think the most tricky thing I'm struggling with is recovery. So coming every day while working 2 jobs and being 40 is no small task. So just making sure I'm getting the right amount of protein every day, which for me right now, I'm aiming for about 180 to 200 because I'm at 200 pounds right now. I'm not at 200 pounds. I'm at 197. Okay, we'll just call it 200 pounds. Just staying hydrated, making sure I'm hitting my nutrition. And the sleep thing is the biggest thing. Like today, it was kind of tricky because I got to work my other job, but I also need to get the right amount of sleep. So I did oversleep a little bit, which means I'm not going to be able to work my other job as much, which, that's just a give and take, right? But finding that balance. What I would say is if I'm committed to coming to the gym every single day and I only get 5 hours of sleep, when I get here, I would warm up and I would listen to my body. And if I could push myself, I would. If I couldn't, then, it'd be kind of like an active rest day. Just showing up for myself to keep my motivation high, and just stay determined towards my goals. Next question. Have you noticed that lifting and going to the gym gives you more energy for your second job, or does it sometimes leave you feeling more drained? Overall, I think it makes me feel a little bit better. It could just be the fact that I'm chasing something, and when you're passionate about something and you're headed towards that goal, it's going to give you more energy overall. So I do beat myself up when I miss a day at the gym, which I do think affects my energy level. So I think it's better for me to come even if I'm not super well rested, because overall it's just going to make me feel better in the long run. But there's certainly a time and a place where that wouldn't be appropriate, like if I was sick or, I just had other stuff going on that was more important, then, maybe I wouldn't come in. But we're at day 7 in a row and I'm feeling pretty good about that. If you could only improve one thing over the next 12 months, strength, muscle, size, body fat percentage, or overall health, which one would you choose and why? I'm going to change all those stuff. I don't have to choose. Okay, it's asking me to choose. So strength, muscle size, body fat percentage, or overall health. You can't beat overall health. If you're not healthy, you're not going to be showing up for the gym, but that's just the basic answer. So let's go with the other 3. I would say body fat percentage, because for the last 10 years, I have not been super lean and I really miss that, which is why I'm going to get back to that. I got a good diet planned and showing up for the gym every day, getting a lot of steps every day. It's only a matter of time. I just have to stay away from the alcohol and, not let a cheat meal turn into a cheat day is what I would say. But overall, working out at 40, working 2 jobs, I'm feeling pretty good. We're going to keep on pushing and we're going to get in the best shape of my life when I'm in my 40s. So don't let that dreamer die. Keep the grind alive. Never give up on yourself and don't let those hard days win. I will see you guys on the next one. And if you guys ever have any questions, let me know and I'll plug you into my post-workout car talks. I'll see you later.